Good morning. Cheers from BK, Burger King, Creeper Headquarters 1, where the construction is underway because last week somebody tried to burn down the Burger King. But we're doing some creeping on this early morning. And speaking of construction, Gresham has a ton of construction, new businesses, old businesses on the move. And today we have been, well, we're going there next, but the last few days we've been documenting the demolition of a house that was built here in 1908, a historic house. It's going to be erased from existence. I've been documenting it the last few days, so I'll pepper in the first day or two. We're going to head there next, see if they're actually going to be knocking the full thing down today and just documenting old Gresham. So stay tuned. I'm well caffeinated. We got the beautiful sunshine, and Creeper Headquarters is looking good. It's going to be a good day, and I love you guys for being here. All right, we're going to head there next. It's a little early. I'm not sure if they're starting construction yet, but we'll take a look at the progression, and then I'll show you guys yesterday's video into today. We'll start it. Basically what I'll do is I'll start it yesterday's video, and then it'll pepper into as of today. Yeah, they got the scaffolding out, and these guys are painting this morning because last week somebody threw something. I take it in the garbage, and it ignited the side of the building and almost burnt down the entire Burger King here. So they are up this morning and painting and doing some work to it and making it look all nice. As you can see, they got the scaffolding out. All right, like I said, speaking of construction, we're making our way over to that old house, the old creepy house, but Burger King, flame grilling since '54, and that coffee is good this morning. Figured I'd show this real quick too. Right across from the Burger King sits the brand new Gresham Library, which we've also been documenting pretty much the whole build on that. So a lot is changing out here quick, but the new library looking very nice. All right, we're gonna head over there on, I think it's Roberts, and see what they've done with the house. Well, the creepy house still stands. I was told by the foreman this week will be the day that they knock everything down. So as you can see, they've basically been clearing out this whole property over here, and on the back side there was some modulars of some sort, some kind of, got all the equipment out, ready to knock this bad boy down. Yeah, it's pretty scary looking. Pretty much just an eyesore at this point. So looks like they're getting all the electricity out, and then they're going to take the siding off because that's actual cedar siding. That's when they actually built houses to last. 1908 is when this was originally built here in Gresham, Oregon. And I'm taking it, this will probably be the last look at the old creepy house. There's a few videos back where we were allowed to kind of go on the property and tour it. I didn't want to go inside, obviously, because it's just pretty much dangerous at this point. But yeah, they were tearing all this down yesterday in the back. And I believe this will be down today. So one last look at the creepy house. We'll go around here and talk to the other foreman, seeing if this is actually coming down today or not. Yeah, they're doing a ton of work throughout this whole area. In fact, as you can see down here, they're doing a lot more work with the train and everything, and really utilizing, you know, people utilizing the train and the Max and stuff. So they're really opening up this whole area, because as you can see, as the bus is going through here, right behind us sits the transit stop. So a lot of people will be able to, you know, maneuver into Gresham and then come over here and, you know, get a coffee or whatever may take place. But that's just like literally a block away from, you know, the bus and Max stop. So it'll be a good destination for some more businesses out here. All right, there it goes. We're back. I'm gonna watch them rip this bad boy down. That's crazy. Man, that is just wild to see. We'll probably move over where that bulldozer is on the other side so I can get a better look, but oh my gosh, look at this. There it goes. I can smell the cedar coming off of it too. Wow, that's wild. This whole area they're reconstructing. Oh my gosh, this thing is really just getting it done. Wow, an old skylight. I think I'm going to switch over to, oh no, maybe not. I was going to go over to the other side, but we're not really allowed. I want to be respectful because they're working. I don't want to go anywhere near where we might cause somebody not be able to get the job done, kind of thing. I think they're just going to do it kind of section by section. That is just wild though. Alright, I think I'm going to move over to the other angle here in a minute. Oh my gosh, look at that all at once. That's wild. Wow, it's like the whole roof, the second half. There it goes. That is wild. Yep, they're slowly getting it. I'm going to switch angles though, I think, and go over on the other side now. So yeah, they're pretty much knocking it in sections. I don't want to be in this guy's way, so I'm kind of hanging back. Now it's absolutely the last look. The old creepy house. That is wild. Alright, I'm going to go back on the other side so I'm not in this guy's way. Like I said, I don't want to be in these guys' way at all. They've been kind enough to kind of let me document this, so I just kind of want to be respectful and stay out of their way as well. I was thinking I could almost put this on a time lapse too, but I think we're just going to document it. It's kind of interesting to see it just be tore apart. Most of these trees around here too were the old cedar trees. You can really smell the cedar kind of coming off of the wafting of the smell. It's going to be interesting to see the whole front get knocked down. The porch and everything. Alright, we moved across the street now. Get kind of this angle. I'm guessing as the bulldozer or crane, whatever that thing's called, starts knocking the sides of that house, it's going to end up kind of imploding. There won't be any guts to it, so they're kind of looking like doing it section by section and then spraying the water with it too, so that it doesn't push off too much of that smoke and the remnants of the old cedar. That is wild. That is wild. Alright, I'm going to let him do a little bit more here to the side, and then we'll come back and, well, I'm not going anywhere, but we'll put the camera back on and see him finally knock it all down. Won't be anything left. Wonder how long that address has been up there for. The numbers. He's taking them down. 115 Northeast Roberts. Sits on Northeast 10th. That's pretty wild though. Yeah, they could always salvage those numbers. Bring them over to the Gresham Historical and say, hey look, this is the address from the old house. Those numbers have probably been changed many, many, many times over the 100 years that this has been here. Looks like they parked the bulldozer for now. Oh, no, it's up and going again. Yeah, this whole thing has been quite the interesting process. What's going to be really cool is to see when this is fully gone and what goes in here. I'd love to see some artist renditions of what they have proposed for here. But there you have it. They took the numbers right off of the front porch. The guy in the bulldozer just said, I'd save those. He said, what? He said, I would save those. That's cool. Good idea, buddy. Good idea. Yeah, they are doing such a great job on this. They have really already made this area look so much better. So here's the side of the house now that they've pretty much knocked over. So I was right about them kind of doing it in sections. I was hoping I could get over there closer to where those people are standing with their vests and helmets, but I don't want to bother anybody. I do have a helmet on though. Yeah, that is wild. Alright, I'm going to move over to the opposite, well, the front side again, and get some angles from that side. But looking good. Looking good. go. Ooh. There goes the chimney. I wonder if those bricks that were on that chimney were made at the brickyard not too far from here. I bet they were. There goes the whole chimney. You can see where like the dust, he's like spraying it down so it doesn't create all that dust. That's wild. That is crazy. Here it goes again. Come on, try and make a better door in the window. I guess I gotta get to where they're going though. Wow. Yeah, that whole chimney bottom half all went at once. It's crazy. Yep, pretty much all that's left is the facade now. And it's going to be crunched here as we speak. Pulled up too, and he said that could have been a nice house. Is that what you said? Could have been a nice house. Ooh, it's going in the porch now, I think. Again, I have no clue what I'm talking about when it comes to demolition or anything like that. Totally just guessing.
yeah, the
Goodbye, creepy old house. Alright. Here's what it looks like from this angle again. As you can see, pretty much all the windows were broken out. There was graffiti on all the doors. It was just a real eyesore. Beautiful home at one point, and like I said, I knew the family that lived here. I went to school with them. So full circle, Gresham, Oregon. I'm not sure if they're going to be knocking any more of this down. We're gonna go right back up front and just keep videoing. May as well. I was hoping to see it kind of just tumble all at once, but I don't think they can do it like that. Kind of more dangerous that way.
What's up, Creeper?
Ha! What's up, bro? Nice. Got the shout out too. Got the construction truck pulling up here. Take it to get rid of most of this garbage. So here's this side, one last look, which we were here earlier today, but alright, yep, they got the trucks backing in, probably to get rid of most of this siding and garbage. And they do have the machinery fired back up. So we're just gonna kind of keep the camera rolling. By the way, the construction, Knoll. Construction and demolition. Great guys. Talked to a few of the foremans for the company. So yeah, Gresham is changing fast. In fact, this neighborhood behind me, a lot of the old homes and everything are still that old cedar built back probably in the 1900s as well. Most of this area, old Gresham, erased from existence. That whole left side's gutted. So they're pretty much just... I don't know how they're going to do it. I thought if they hit it from the corner, the whole thing would just topple. Oh, I see. Those big garbage cans that were brought in on that truck are to get rid of these big stumps, these big trees that they hauled out of here, or you know, cut out of here to make room for all the new. All right, it's going to be a 2 or 3 day thing where we come back and kind of edit it back in, but they they're gonna call it for today. He said probably by tomorrow they'll have the rest. But man, they did a spectacular job knocking all this out of here so quick, especially with all that old growth and nastiness back there. All right, we'll come back tomorrow bright and early, grab a coffee. It'll be day 3 of the full documenting of the old creepy house. But they're gonna call it for today. Alright, we are back. And they weren't joking. They told me yesterday they were going to get an early start on this. So we're just going to kind of take it from here. Like I said, I peppered in. You guys should have seen yesterday's video. And they've gotten pretty much most of it all done. So that whole side's now gone. All that's left is the front porch and that upper half. So I'm just gonna kind of let the camera run as they pull all this out of here. This is wild. Wild, wild, wild. I'll go over on the other side real quick and get a view of the other side as well again. Yeah, very early start. But it's pretty much going to be all down. Whoop, I had the camera way down. Sorry about that. Pretty much be all pulled out of here. Goodbye, old creepy house. Yesterday, the guys were pulling the numbers off the stairwell too, so that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they'll salvage those. And then look at the size of that stump, not to mention in front of the house, man. That thing was enormous. So yeah, this thing is on its way out. I'm glad I came early too, because we got like pretty much the full documentation now. And then a few videos back, they actually let me tour the property. I didn't go inside, but I poked the camera in. So Gresham erased from existence. This guy's got the water truck out now. I'm taking it, they're gonna spray it. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. But very interesting to watch. There you have it. Pretty much the very last look of the old house. The thumbnail real quick. Trouble. I was kind of standing on the other side of the fence, but I want to be very respectful to these guys. I don't want to go out of my boundaries. I know it can be very dangerous. Any kind of debris or anything. Is this okay right where I'm at? Okay, cool. I want to be respectful to you guys. He was that cool with it. Dang, that thing come down quick. Alright, I think I'm going to go back on the front side now and get a little bit more documentation of the front, because it looks like they're maneuvering their way over to the front porch now. There goes the front porch. The hose is back out. Yeah, once this is gone, you'll be able to see basically almost straight through to the train station, which is only like a few blocks from here. Alright, I think I'm going to go on the other side now and see the porch come down. Yep, pretty much all that's left is this side. We saw the modulars there in the first day video where they were taking all those out. About 3 videos back, you can see them ripping out all the trees and everything, so that's all that's left of the old creepy house. Let's flip this around. So yeah, they are working pretty dang quick to get this looking all nice. The whole thing should be down pretty soon. We got an early start. Again, this is right here on Roberts and 10th. I think this advantage point is actually a little bit better because I don't want to be in the way of the bulldozer. I think this guy's going to be turning in here too behind us. I think this guy's, or maybe he, oh no, he's backing into this spot over here. Okay, cool. See the steps now going up there to the 2nd floor, or maybe 3rd floor. Like he's trying to move most of those support beams. Man, that thing really takes care of business. Alright, so I kind of stepped back so you guys could get like a better perimeter view. But that's all that's left of the old house. And I'm glad I came early too, because I was like, maybe they were gonna, yesterday they didn't start till noon, but it's about 7:30 now, so yep, they are working hard. You can basically see the innards now. Pretty wild. I know I keep saying that same word, but it's wild. Just to see how fast Gresham is changing. Yeah, this whole area will be all residential, living, business spaces. So it's a good look. It is a good look for the city of Gresham. Business. See the whole house wiggle. It's getting weak. say, it's getting weak. I could tell the structural, like when he started pulling those big posts out. Oh. Yeah, you can see the whole house kind of shaking now. Hey, I really appreciate you guys letting me be able to document all this. Oh, for sure. I know. I was glad that you guys actually put the fence line back, because I saw when that started getting wobbly, like a lot of particles were falling pretty far, so it's best to stay back, you guys. You guys always be respectful if you ever come to one of these, because these construction workers work hard to keep people safe, and these could be very dangerous. They know what they're doing, so keep yourself safe and other. Oh my gosh, there it goes. You guys have a good one. Wow. Yeah, it's getting super weak. You can see like the whole house is just like a jar. Rattling. He said the whole house should be done in about 2 hours, so it's a good thing we got down here early. Erased from existence. Getting so weak now, it's gotta be, dude. That's like 3/4 of the house now is gone. The old refrigerator. Wow, look at that. Yep, that was a big refrigerator. Dang. No ice cream today. It's got to be getting so weak at this point. There's like nothing left to it. This is just so crazy to see. Yeah, that day I came up on my bike and I saw the windows were all boarded up. I thought, man, this will be out of here soon. So I'm glad that we documented this. It's been quite the thing to see. Kind of lost for words. may put a time lapse on this. I may just let it run. I haven't decided quite yet. Maybe just be a full video tearing down the old house. I think I might just make it a full video. Oh wow, look at this. Getting real wobbly now. Pretty much the very last look at the property. That is wild. I didn't realize how far up that thing could lift. Man, those guys are brave standing under there. Surprised it literally hasn't toppled yet. The house is strong, man. It had some good wood. Who'd have thought the whole thing would have like just imploded by now. Wild. Absolutely wild. That's the word of the day too. Take a sip of beer every time I say wild. Because that is the word that comes to mind. Boy, that was a big tree that landed on the top of that house, or branches. You know, like, goldfish have a better, like, time, like, I don't know, we're just so, like, instant now. Everything's so fast that our, like, I don't know, focus has just like been kind of messed with TikTok and everything. So I like the time lapse. I've done a few like day to night and stuff, but I also like the folks that chime in and stay tuned, because it's like, you know, we're so fast paced of a society now that people's like attention spans have been messed with. So I just let things run. There's always the fast forward button. Yeah, it's getting weak. It looks like it might topple soon. You guys have a good one, bro. Yeah, he was just telling me I should do a time lapse. I was thinking about that. But I also might just let it run. I might just let it run. But yeah, it's getting weak. That's pretty much going to be the last look at this side. Alright, they are going to be knocking this down here completely, I say within the next, I don't know, hour, half an hour. I guess in construction work too, it's always smart to get in early and beat the sun, because it is supposed to be in like the upper 70s today, so get in early and get it knocked down. Keep most of this dust and stuff at bay with that water hose. But yeah, you guys, as you can tell, it is pretty much almost completely erased from existence at this point. A couple good more shakes and this whole thing will probably just collapse. Who knows? But it has been fun to document this whole process. In fact, I am going to move back just in case this decides to kind of topple. Breathe in a bunch of that dust and lead, probably lead paint, asbestos, all kinds of stuff in there. Again, if you're just tuning in or you just clicked on the video, 1908 is when this was built. here in Gresham. And a lot of these homes still sit all along here. Most of them have been converted into businesses, small businesses and stuff. But I'll show you guys a few more of the old historic homes as we make our way back onto Main Street. But yeah, with this being open now, you'll be able to see almost all the way through to where they park the buses and trains. As you can see, you got the bus pulling in here, so you'll be able to see all the way through here when this is gone. This has been quite the spectacle. I'm surprised there's not more people gathered to watch this. Is it just me that finds this interesting? I do. Looks like he might be taking a short break. So we'll fire the camera back up here in a few minutes when he gets back in the rig there. There we go. There it goes. Wow. Wow, that is amazing. All right, it looks like he's going to take a little break. But man, that last piece, the roof, when that came down, that was basically it. I mean, it's still standing, but it's going to be gone here very soon. Very, very, very soon. All right, it's getting there. I was just talking with more of the workers and the foremans, and they were telling me that a lot of this stuff gets repurposed, not just the wood, but the joists and the beams. And so what they do is they pull out most of those big beams, like I said, and they put them on these trailers so they can take them out. And then a lot of this dirt that gets pulled out of here too will be reutilized at other, construction sites and stuff. So there's a lot of bartering and, other things that take into place, not just the demolition, but they try and salvage as much of, which can be salvaged to help other people's, construction sites and businesses flourish, and that way everybody wins. So I thought that was really cool, and he also said a lot of this stuff you can't salvage because of bugs and insects and things get harbored in there, and then you try and take them to a new property or construction zone and they can get into all that new stuff. So they have to kind of be cautious about what they take and what they don't take, but they try their best to sort everything and refurbish it. Wow, yeah, it's coming down. And I was right. They kind of do the innards first and try and get most of the joist beams out. That way the guys that are working in the trucks don't get hurt. That way the whole house doesn't just like implode at once. They kind of do it in sections. He said it's kind of like doing surgery. As a doctor, you want to perform it as intricately as possible and keep it as less dangerous. I'm no construction foreman. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just going off of what I kind of remembered him telling me about how they kind of perform these, so-called operations. Wow, look at this. He's going to lift it. You love my channel?
Yeah, I do.
You're
I'm from Gresham, so I really enjoy it. I thought that was you.
Are you a creeper?
You're the creeper.
Love it. Thank you so much. Have a good day. That was nice. She's like, I love your channel. I watch it all the time. So yeah, they got this pretty well done. All that's left is this little tiny section. It looks like they're kind of making room, and then they're gonna knock the rest of it down. But this is from the other vantage point here on 10th Drive, just the opposite block. So it's getting close. That was nice of that lady to say that too. I love seeing you guys. Alright, they are back working. They just took a little break. I just had a couple more sips of my coffee, and it looks like the bulldozer is now just kind of taking stuff out of here and putting it in the dumpster. So they're clearing most of all this junk out of here now, and then hopefully they get the rest of this knocked down. I think they don't really have much room to work, so they got to kind of clear it out of here. One of the construction workers was telling me that they did something with this tree as well, so when they cut the tree down, they lopped it into pieces, and then it'll be utilized for like tables and whatnot. So they do salvage a lot of the stuff from the site. As you can see, they're kind of just clearing things out, and that's all that's left of the house. It'll be pretty much out of here completely, I'd say, in the next hour or so. All right, they're inching back in on the house. They had to fill up a few of these dumpsters with a lot of the stuff that they're pulling out of here, but he's back working on it now, so it'll be, I'm saying probably very soon, that all this will be out of here and completely erased from existence as the sun's coming up for the day, getting nice and hot. I was actually able to take off the jacket too, which is nice. Not much left. See how he's salvaging a lot of those beams? That's all really old cedar. He said that a lot of it doesn't even have the knots in it. So it's really old, good, salvaged cedar board. So they're separating all that, which is really cool to see. Really utilizing all the old growth and whatnot. Wow. He just went right up in there. Holy smokes. He's like in the house. Well, what was left. Man, these guys are so brave. That is a lot of work. Especially the guy with the hose. That's a dangerous job, man, to stand there. Ooh, I should almost went on the other side. That's all right. to a 1 level now. Alright, I'm getting hungry. I think I'm gonna go up and get me a little snack of some sort. And then we'll swing by here in about an hour or so. And basically see it leveled by then. Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, pretty much gone at this point. Still standing, but pretty much all the way gone. I'm gonna go get a little donut, a little snack, and then come back. And it'll probably be all gone by then. What a process to see, though. Very, very interesting. Yeah, you can see the old foundation of where those little modulars and stuff's at. Pretty sturdy house, though, to take that big of a hit and still not completely topple over. Alright, just got back from Winco. Granola bar and a couple other little items for later. I think that's about it. I mean, it's still technically standing, but that's about it. Crazy to see this whole process, though, I have to say. But that's going to do it for today. Like I said, I'll keep you guys posted. We'll creep back down here probably tomorrow or the next day when it's fully leveled. But yeah, being able to have the ability to document this whole process and then see the final outcome, what finally goes in here, can be really cool. So thanks again to the great people at Connell, I think is how you pronounce it, Construction Demolition, for letting me have the opportunity to document this whole experience. So that's going to do it for today. I have a long video. Like I said, I'll come back down here when it's fully leveled and show you guys the final outcome, and also what goes in here. So that's going to do it from Gresham. I love you guys. Make sure you leave me a comment. Creeper out for now. Peace.